What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm recording on my phone. I have no clue what's going on. I didn't even have a camera today, and Chris was like, no dude, pull out a camera and start a vlog right now. Apparently he's got to tell me something, and my reaction needs to be on camera. I have no clue what's going on. I was not prepared to film right now, so that's why it's on my phone. Is this gonna be like a 2-day thing? What's happening, Chris? I don't even know.
It's gonna be a 2-day thing.
It's gonna be
down for it to be a 2-day thing.
Well, okay, I guess this is gonna be a 2-day video. I don't even know what's going on. All right, what?
Hold this.
What? What? Sometimes you just don't ask questions about Chris. Am I allowed to look over there or no? Okay, I can't look over. Chris is back there doing something in his work truck. All right, Chris. Okay, do I need to face this way?
Okay, close your eyes and.
Really? What do we got, Chris? Damn.
They're not supposed to know.
Oh, they're not supposed to know?
This is your project for tomorrow.
Oh, this is my project for tomorrow? Oh, I kind of hate you right now. All right, well, hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow and show you guys what Chris's surprise is down here. Well, it is day 2 from the start of yesterday's video. And Gunner wants to say hi to everybody. Say hi, Gunner. Say hi, Gunner. Say hi, Gunner. So as you guys saw in part 1 of this video, which was like a 1-minute part, Chris got some stuff for his truck, and well, we're gonna get it installed today, or we're actually gonna do the install. And kind of the reason we're gonna do it is, well, Chris doesn't want to pay to have it done. And number 2 is it answers a lot of the questions that I get as to how those were installed on my truck. So let's head over to the warehouse. We've got a big day. I think we've got a lot of people coming over. We're actually gonna be barbecuing at the warehouse, and let's just get the day started. Well, it looks like I am the first one here, which is very rare, even at my own warehouse. We'll go get everything opened up here before the boys show up. I mean, I thought I was the first one here, but I guess not.
I didn't trust you coming out with the camera doing what you do to Chris. That's why
You didn't want to get scared or what?
No, I didn't want
Is that an East Coast thing, Duncan?
Yes, it is.
All right, well, welcome. I'm glad we can make you feel at home.
We have a picture of it.
They
so
wouldn't
it's
let me in
fine.
Starbucks. They wouldn't let me in Starbucks.
Does that cause cancer in California?
Apparently so. They wouldn't let me in Starbucks.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't go to Starbucks anyway. Screw them. Look at this. Look at this. We're going old school, huh, buddy?
I bring gifts too. Red Bull.
Nice. Thank you.
Restock the fridge.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Gotta have
that.
Red Bull for the fridge.
Good morning, Chris. Oh, you got a bag of bang?
Bag of bang.
Here you go, buddy.
Thanks,
On behalf of the great state of California,
Appreciate it.
I want to apologize
I need the
for
restock.
any rights that we've infringed upon by you coming into the state. Woo! Close there, buddy. Holy shit, dude.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to do.
Oh, hey, Chris. I'd appreciate it if you're not hit my wall. Wait.
A wall.
And action. Chris, what are we doing today to your truck?
Well, throwing some C4 rock lights underneath them.
Is that why you're wearing a C4 hat?
That's exactly why.
Nice, nice. So what do we got here? Tell us everything. Explain it.
Well, we got 16 rock lights,
White.
white.
They're white IEDs.
Yep. We got some cable and a little switch.
So this is their like install kit, the wired kit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That one and a sweet bag.
Nice, nice. Looking good. Electrical tape,
Electrical tape.
some dikes,
Yep.
some strippers. What?
Some crimpers.
Bikes and strippers in the same conversation.
So we've got essentially everything that we need laid out. We're kind of trying to make a game plan here. A couple more parts and pieces that we need to get from the store, like the quick disconnects. That way when we attach the rock lights into his wheel wells, he can pull out the entire wheel well and just quick disconnect it. That way everything's not hardwired in. Chris got his brand new hole saw kit.
I got it for you, bro.
You got it for me? I got it for you. Oh, thanks, man. You're a good friend.
It's on the work for it account.
So our resident mechanic, Wes, who was, he's the big rock light installer in this neck of the woods. We don't know where Wes is, so we're,
like
this ragtag bunch of non-mechanics here is gonna jump in and do our best on Chris's truck. Chris, you trust us?
You're in short, right?
So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out where exactly in Chris's wheel well we want the rock lights to go. We think we're gonna kind of mimic my truck and put them high up above. That way you don't see the light source. We're doing all of our layout right now before we pull them off the truck. That way we have a real idea of where they're gonna sit. So after all, our main man Wes ended up showing up. You ready, buddy? You ready to jump in on this install? You excited?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm ready.
I'll be excited for Wes. We've already started pulling off the fender trim, which ends up being a ton of screws. And this is really a bad spot to put them because I'm guaranteed to kick these at some point. We got this other side coming off, and if you notice, they come with these like little splash guards. we're gonna leave these off for Chris because there's no need for these. These don't look that great. And while we're over there getting some work done on the truck, we got our infamous barbecue going on over here.
Little tri-tip.
There we go. Nice, nice. So one thing our good buddy Ryan over here, aka Dmaxryno, it's not just in the name on Instagram, loves more than trucks, I would say, probably.
Yeah.
Is barbecue.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys go check out his Instagram. I mean, we're gonna do a little taste test today. We'll see.
You're gonna have my meat in your mouth.
These are the guys I hang out with.
Oh, what is that?
Uh-oh. Don't tell Chris. This is the part that always makes me nervous. Any of these little pop clips that you gotta just yank on the plastic piece to get off, I'm notorious for breaking. I hate touching them. Got it. So we're going through and testing all of the rock lights prior to install because, you know, every once in a while there's a chance that something might be wrong with one and you don't want to install it and then find that out later. Wes is doing the tedious task here.
Somebody with some sunglasses would be a little better because this shit's blinding.
So we're gonna go ahead and hole saw through the fender liner. That way we can actually slide the light in from the backside like we did on my truck. You can surface mount these or flush mount these if you'd like. To me, it's just a much cleaner install to come in from the back. And GM has these nice little cutouts here to make it real easy to make sure everything is symmetrical. We're gonna do 2 in each wheel well. So we'll go in these 2 holes right here. So you can see the light slides right in from the backside and you have a nice clean install.
You don't believe me that I go off-roading with my truck? You see all those leaves falling down? And
What?
Yep.
Dang, dude.
I take my shit off-roading, bro. I just
What,
don't
do you
tell
climb trees with it?
I just don't.
Pretty sure those are from the tree that you didn't want to park under because you didn't want sap on your truck. Or actually, you didn't want leaves on your truck, so you park it over at our house. Yeah, okay. Off-roading though. Uh-oh.
Sounds better.
We got a fire going on over here in the parking lot. It's the old Weber.
Yeah.
You go for the Kingsford original, huh?
Yeah.
I'm more of a mesquite guy. About to teach the barbecue master here a little trick with the Milwaukee blower. So we went ahead and got the inner fender well on the front drilled. We actually stepped our drill size down to 1 1/16" hole saw versus the 1 1/8" that we were using. And as you can see, these things are, like, there's nothing retaining them right now other than the tension from the smaller hole. They squeezed in perfectly. That way we don't have to run any screws, because if you run the screws in from behind, obviously they're gonna poke out because the screws are longer than the thickness of the fender liner. So being that it's this way, once it's locked up against the fender, it'll never have an issue of the light ever moving because it's backed up against the fender. So now we're crimping on some disconnects. That way if you ever need to service anything up in there, I mean, you can see to get to all of the headers and all that crap, you gotta come in from the fender over here. So if you ever need to pull out the fender liner, you can just quick disconnect the wiring. That way everything's not hardwired in. We've got a nice pigtail going on there that we're gonna send to like a central location where we're gonna split all the wires off and essentially daisy chain everything together. You nervous?
Yeah, I don't like doing this shit.
You got it, Chris. It's easier to put them on than, oh, hold on. There we go.
Did you get double-sided tape?
Yeah, I already clipped it. Push it back on. There we go, boys, look at that. Teamwork, 3 guys to put on a fender trim. So for some reason, GM, a couple of these pieces on here are double-sided taped on, then they clip on and they just double-sided tape to the smooth part of the fender well. So obviously they kind of broke off, so we've just been double-sided taping them back on. That way nothing's loose and flapping. We already did it over on this side, and as you can see, there's no play in it anymore.
I'm getting impatient.
All right, guys, we got some barbecue. Sting, how long's it been resting?
I don't know, like 20 minutes?
Look at all the juices in there. We got our Ginsu knife here. I don't know what this is, a Victronox?
Victorinox.
Victorinox.
Keep that away from my face.
See how
So
bloody
with
this
tri-tip, you gotta cut against the grain. So you usually do one cut and then you kind of go sideways.
one- So we had a little mix up here, Chris. What'd you do?
Get out of my face.
Chris put the wrong liner in on the wrong side, and these liners are a pain in the butt to get out of the back. So Chris is fighting that right now. Apparently this one is the passenger side, not the one that's installed. Let's watch Chris get frustrated. Hold on.
No, get the fuck off. Get out of here.
Those things seriously suck to get out. Wes says the Chevy ones are much easier. All right, now we got the correct liners in. Chris, the screws line up a little bit better. Chris is still frustrated. Chris, are you still frustrated? Do you wish you paid somebody for this by now, Chris?
Well, I thought I was paying Ryan. Ryan, you know, I got these rock lights. You know, you can film it, you know, make a little bit of money, and my buddy Wes over here and I are doing the whole thing.
Well, you know, the resident mechanic, Wes.
End up paying Wes. He's ready to lock in some Red Bull, that fucking.
That is true. I've been over here busy. I might have a little case of Red Bull kind of fell off the Red Bull machine. It was one of those things where you look at it and you know something bad's gonna happen, but like I opened the door of the Red Bull vending machine anyway, and then whole case just exploded on the floor here. So I've been busy cleaning that up. So the last fender liner is installed. I don't know if you guys can see the lights up underneath there. Wait for it. Got light there. So now we're getting the wiring into the cab. There's a nice grommet. Was that parking brake cable?
Yeah.
Parking brake cable. It already has a hole in the floor. We're going to use a micro fuse tap over here to grab power for the switch, which is going to end up somewhere up underneath here, kind of like where all my switches are on my truck. So now that we've got every wheel well pretty much all taken care of with the hole saw, now we're gonna make some brackets out of some angle that Chris just picked up. Because obviously underneath the truck, there's gonna be a couple spots that we can bracket off of, one of which being right here, like this body mount. We'll just put a little bracket, a little 90-degree angle with the light attached to that, because Chris wants 2 lights on each side and then 2 lights in the front and 2 lights in the rear of the truck. I mean, that looks pretty black on the cap. The new gray color. Apparently, Chris got a little gray instead of black there. All right, try number 2 with the correct color. And an old can that's kind of splattery. You don't mind a little hammered texture finish, right?
Yeah.
All right. So was this all just clips that pulled the whole thing out, or was there any bolts or anything like that?
Yeah, no bolts. It popped out of all these little.
So there you guys go. You can see you get full access over there.
We tapped in over here.
Using a micro fuse tap, as you can see right there. We went with a constant hot. That way Chris can run the lights when the truck's parked and he doesn't have the key in it. That switch, I believe you can get all that from C4. This switch came from Chad over at C4. And I like these switches. To me, they're one of my favorite looking aftermarket switches. They're just super clean. They don't look gaudy, and they're nice and functional. So now Wes is gonna chase the wires over to where the switch is gonna be, and then run the wires from the switch down through the bottom of the cab there in that hole we showed you earlier. And then from there, we're going to basically make like a junction box up underneath the truck, and we'll split all the wiring off of there.
We'll have one wire that goes through this grommet that'll meet with all the other positive wires off the LED rock lights.
And then we're just gonna end up grounding it on the frame.
Yeah, it'll all be grounded, common ground on the frame somewhere.
So Chris is up underneath the truck, running some wire.
Alright, that's it. I don't want to pop it all the way in right now.
Switch is all wired up. You can see the green light means we got power. Everything is coming off the back there. It's grounded on that bolt right over there. Wes is gonna pop the side panel back on. Brackets are all painted. Wes is pre-drilling them right now just to make it easier on the self-tapping screws that we're gonna use. We've also made him a really sweet creeper with a piece of plywood and a furniture dolly. Oh, Wes down, Wes down. Help him out, buddy. So now that the bracket is attached, all I'm gonna do is double-sided tape these lights on. Little 3M extreme weather, whatever, double-sided tape should do just fine. All right, so on the back of the truck here, for whatever reason, Chris does not want to get rid of his spare tire, so we're leaving it on, which means we need to come over here way on the sides. We basically attached our brackets. Let me spin around here for you so you can see in this little inlet here on the tow hitch. And then we pretty much flushed them out with just the bottom of this. That way you don't really see the light from back over there. So we finally have all of the lights mounted. I'll kind of give you guys a little walk around. In the front here, we went ahead and mounted them on either side of the skid plate. And I know they hang down just a little bit. I mean, you'd have to be underneath the truck to see them, but I wanted to make sure they kind of cleared the skid plate so we didn't get a weird shadow, even though there's a good chance we're gonna get a shadow off that skid plate. The side ones over here are all mounted up on each one of the body mounts. You can see there, you can see all the pigtails hanging down. And then the rear ones are tucked up in the little brackets on the hitch right there. So now Wes is running around doing probably the worst part of all of this, which is tying everything together, running all the wiring, fishing everything up underneath the frame rails. Chris just got back from getting a haircut. He just apparently wanted us to work on his truck all day while he was getting groomed. So basically what you can do with these lights is you can daisy chain them all together. So we've got the central wire coming from behind me up there. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That is our main hot wire. And then we're going to tie all of these pretty much one to the next one to the next one until they reach over where our main hot is coming off of the switch. So Wes is running his extended wires here in some wire loom. Wes has been the real MVP today because he's got the worst job of everybody. We appreciate you, Wes. Great work, buddy.
My neck's hurt.
And with that, Chris's truck is all wrapped up. Chris, you ready to reveal this big thing, buddy?
Let's do it. We gotta wait for Wes, man.
Yeah, Wes put in the hours today. I gotta say, I used to enjoy wiring.
Go follow the guy.
16 rock lights. Zach, if you're listening, buddy, I commend you on those 32 rock lights because it's a ton of wiring. It sucks. Well, guys, she is all wrapped up. Chris, what do you think, buddy? Are you happy with it?
I love it.
Love it?
It looks good, yeah.
So for everybody wondering how many rock lights you need, obviously I've got 32 on my truck. Wes, let's light everybody up. We'll light everybody up so you guys can kind of see the difference. So here's a good comparison for all of you guys. Chris is running 16 rock lights, and the benefit of being lower to the ground like he is way more light shines on the ground. So it's a really nice look. We'll come over here to Wes running 12 rock lights. There's 12, and then there is 32. Now, obviously, being that my truck is as high as it is, I need more lights to put more light on the ground. And if you look at actually the light on Chris's truck, his is actually obviously brighter on the ground because the truck is lower to the ground. So you actually get more of that ground effect. And you can kind of get away with less if your truck is lower. I'm glad Chris went with 16. I think it's a real nice look to just totally fill everything with light.
He's so much brighter back there without that spare tire.
Chris, everybody wants to get rid of your spare tire.
Why?
What do you need it for?
What do you need it for?
This is a spare tire.
You have AAA.
Hey, put a 35 on the spare. That way,
Hey, when you guys are drag racing and you pop a tire and you need a freaking tire, who are you gonna be calling?
our tires are too big. Put a 35 on that rim and then put it back up, and then I won't say nothing. But for now, that's just added weight, man.
Well, guys, with that, we're gonna wrap up this video. Chris's truck looks awesome. Wes, great job, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm glad you came in because I didn't think he was coming this morning. I thought I was gonna have to start doing a lot more wiring than I ever wanted to do. But that being said, if you guys need rock lights, call us up. We'll get you taken care of. Wes enjoys the install. Come on.
I'm burnt out on rock lights.
What's your rate, Wes?
Yeah.
What's my rate? I don't know.
Steak dinner.
Yeah, steak dinner at Ruth Chris.
There you go.
I'll take the cowboy ribeye.
I'll take.
Medium rare.
You don't get nothing.
I'm taking him to dinner.
Oh, you're
I
taking
got
him
you.
to
I got you. We're going somewhere better than this, Chris.
Ooh, little honeymoon. Who's Chris?
Yeah. I mean, no, dude, we're gonna roll up in our freaking slips and
Exactly. We're gonna walk in there and our money's green as anybody else's.
So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that we do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video.
Don't forget to follow my buddy over here, SoCal62.
Oh, thanks.
Because without him, none of this would be possible. Hey, follow Diamond Z71 too.
Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to
Work for it.
You're not wearing a work for a shirt.
I thought it was.
I worked so hard it came off the shirt.
You guys are the best. I'm out. Wes, you've earned it, buddy.
Roll the outro.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.